Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking to you about one of my favorite authors and her two novels, in what I hope will become a regular series in this channel of me chatting to you about my favorite authors and recommending their books to you. So the author I chose to start this is Louise O'Neill. She is an Irish author. She is always on social media, so it's great because you can tweet her, you can message her on Facebook, and she tends to reply. I'll link her Twitter account down below. Louise O'Neill has written two novels. She's writing the third one at the moment, which I'm really looking forward to. Her first novel, Only Ever Yours, tells the story of a world in which girls are brought up to serve men. Girls in this novel can be one of three things. They can either be companions, which means they're wives, and they will marry the men who have chosen them. They can be concubines, meaning they will satisfy those men who have wives. Or they can be teachers to the next bunch of girls who will be studying to become either concubines or wives. What they learn is just all about being pretty and pleasing men. This book reminds me a lot of Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. It is the same sort of dystopian universe where women are there to serve men and to bear children or satisfy them somehow. And if you try to deviate from the norm, you will be cast off. In Only Ever Yours, we follow Frida and Isabel. Frida narrates the book, so we get everything from her perspective. She is quite troubled. She wants to be the best, but she also struggles with the idea of being the best and what she has to do to accomplish that. Isabel, on the other hand, is rebelling against the establishment, let's say. And I would very much like to read this novel, or some of it, from Isabel's point of view, because she seems to have, I'm not gonna spoil it, but she's found a way to keep control of her body, which is quite interesting, and it is what girls do in our world to keep control of their body when they cannot control everything else around them. So this is very, very interesting. However, as good as Only Ever Yours is, I think Louise O'Neill's second novel, Asking for It, is better. You can see that she's evolved as an author. This book is just more well-rounded and more concise. Feels like we have more answers for the questions perhaps proposed in this. And I was left with a lot of questions in this one. I think it's because it's a dystopian novel in many ways. So I wanted to know more about that world, and I didn't have the answers. Whereas with Asking for It, we do have the answers because it's our world, so we know how things work. Maybe it's relying on us knowing how the world works, especially for a teenage girl. And me being a girl and having been a teenager, I kind of understand this one a bit better. I'm angry about what happens in this book, but I don't have as many questions about the world building, I suppose, in this book. So Asking for It is such a relevant book. Don't get me wrong, Only Ever Yours is very relevant. It deals with beauty and what's expected of girls in that dystopian world and in our world as well. But Asking for It just made me want to throw up. I'm sorry, but it did. Such a harrowing, daunting read. At the same time that it's quite quick to read. I think it's because it's YA, the language is quite accessible. So Asking for It follows Emma, a girl who lives in a small town in West Island. She is a party girl. She likes to wear short dresses and short skirts and show cleavage. She can be quite annoying at times as well, which is very interesting because she is narrating the book. And the book makes us dislike her a little bit at the start and then just be with her when she crumbles and feel sorry for her and want to just hug her and say, it's okay, it's not your fault. It's not a spoiler to tell you that Emma is gang raped by the town's football team, and they put up lots of photos of what happened online. She doesn't remember any of it, but the photos are online and her body is telling her that something is wrong. She becomes a shadow of her old self, and nobody believes it's not her fault. Everybody thinks she was asking for it. And in a world where rape culture is predominant, this book is extremely relevant, and I really wish it weren't. I wish this was just a piece of fiction that would never happen to anyone. I chose to talk about Louise O'Neill today and her 2 novels, especially asking for it, because a couple of months ago a girl was gang raped in Brazil by 30 men. Photos and videos of that incident were put up online. They went viral on social media. Even though we had proof of what happened, lots and lots of people thought the girl was guilty of asking for it, while the men were just having some fun. Victim and blaming plays a part in both these novels, obviously more so in this one, but it's also present here because girls are supposed to be perfect in this one, and when they're not, they are punished for it. I want to urge all of you to read these books. They can, I suppose, be quite triggering, especially this one. If that's the case, maybe stay away from it, but if not, pick it up and read it and come talk to me about it. So I'm sorry the tone of this video got really heavy really quickly, but the books do treat of subjects that are very important, if difficult. Please let me know in the comments down below if you read these books, what you thought of them, and if you're also like me looking forward to Louise O'Neill's next book. Also, let me know if you have any recommendations of YA books that deal with such heavy themes, because I know there are lots of adult books dealing with these subjects, but I'd like to explore the YA version of that. That's it for today, guys. I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time. Go follow Louise O'Neill on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all social media, because she is just brilliant and she will make you want to become a better feminist. See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. It bothers me how relevant this book is.